Time to set out on an adventure to make a brand new Mickey and Mandy shirt inspired by one of our already existing pieces of home decor. It's this one, down here, actually. Hey howdy hey everybody, I'm David and this is our family's small shop, Mickey and Mandy. We are Disney adults that create custom bags, screen printed shirts, and handmade home decor inspired by everybody's favorite magical theme parks. And I welcome you back to another episode of our Behind the Small Shop series. And this week we are going to be showing you how we make the newest shirt in our subtle Disney inspired shirt collection. This is our Jock's Hangar Bar shirt. I'm gonna lower you for just a second here because this brand new shirt that's now available on our family's small shop is actually inspired by this piece of home decor that used to be on our small shop. This is the Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar piece of home decor, and I love the home decor that I made for this and the actual bar at Disney Springs enough that I've decided I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna push it somewhere else in the form of putting it on a shirt. So in this week's video, what I'm gonna be talking about is why I love Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar so much to merit a home decor piece as well as a subtle screen printed shirt. And I'm also going to be showing you the process of how we made it. So without further ado, let's pull on the yellow strap and get going. So before we get into the process of actually making the shirt, I'm gonna talk about Jock Lindsey's a little bit. So I encourage you to enjoy some of the clips and footage of Jock Lindsey's before we get into the shirt making process. So starting off with the why. Why Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar for a piece of home decor as well as our newest addition to these subtle Disney inspired shirts on our small shop? Well, it's because Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar is my favorite bar at Disney Springs. It is my favorite place to get a little bit of a snack at Disney Springs. I love the drink, the food. I think the Imagineering that went into the theming of this dining experience is amazing. Getting into some specifics though, two of my favorite drinks at Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar, I'm gonna have to give it to the Air Pirates Mule and Reggie's Revenge. Talking about the Air Pirates Mule, this is essentially a Moscow Mule, but with bourbon. So it's got a little bit of sweet from the ginger beer, but also this kind of smoky taste from the bourbon, and the lime juice that goes into it also adds another refreshing angle to it. But since this is very similar to a Moscow Mule, to me this makes this a very reliable and approachable cocktail for somebody who's going to Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar for the very first time and maybe doesn't want to try anything too crazy, doesn't want to try anything too out there. Like I said, it's safe, it's reliable, it's approachable, but it's also really refreshing. The other drink though that I love here though, this is Reggie's Revenge. I am personally of the opinion, I don't know if anybody else is, but I think this is their most signature drink, not in terms of price, but to me it's like their centerpiece drink. Because this is a drink that is actually named after Jock Lindsey's pet snake, Reggie, from Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it's super cool because they're making it, but they also have a tank off to the side of the bar that says Reggie's Revenge. It's got a little sign hanging on it. So even the story behind the cocktail is super cool. But the drink itself is a melon liqueur based drink, so it's sweet, it's tangy, and they also serve it in this iconic Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar beaker glass. But it's not just the drinks that make Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar so amazing. They also have wonderful food. I normally find myself here to just split an appetizer or two with the family. The one that we normally go back to every time are the deviled eggs because they serve them on this like wooden airplane flight that I would personally think would be great for like beer flights, but they put deviled eggs on it. And to make it even better, they put little Disney chicken tender bites on top of the deviled eggs. So to me, 10 out of 10 with the deviled eggs. We actually liked them so much the most recent time that we went to Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar at Disney Springs that we decided to get them twice. So we got 2 rounds of drinks and we got 2 rounds of deviled eggs. It was a super fun night. The other thing that I'll talk about when it comes to Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar, aside from the drink and food, is the atmosphere. It's the Imagineering and the story that went into this particular experience. So probably should have started with this, so that's my bad. But the story behind Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar is that Indiana Jones's getaway pilot from the beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark essentially opened up this sort of cantina with all of these different artifacts and things of different explorers and archaeologists that have come through, and it's in this old airplane hangar. But because it kind of takes place in this Indiana Jones world, the Easter eggs, they never stop. We personally like sitting at the bar and then just kind of spinning around in our chair to take a look at some of the stuff that's there. So like for one thing, behind the bar, there are these like little voodoo doll looking things of Indiana Jones and Short Round from Temple of Doom. If you head over to the Lost and Found over by the restrooms, there's a bunch over there. There's lockers for Indiana Jones, and I think, oh, why am I forgetting his name? His friend that works in the museum. I am totally blanking on his name, but I have all the clips up here in front of me. Somebody who knows better than me, let me know in the comments, because I'm a bad content creator and forgot the guy's name. But there's also, you can see some of the idols from the other movies, and there's a portrait of Jock right over there behind the bar. It really is so much fun getting to hang out here, and I had a lot of fun with my dad kind of picking out all the different artifacts and Easter eggs while we're sitting there. So moving on from the why for Jock Lindsey's Hangar Bar for home decor and for his shirt, now we're going to talk about the process itself. If you've been following us for a little bit now, you know that there is a very specific process when it comes to how we make our screen printed shirts, and luckily we did not really go off script all that much for this particular shirt. So let's jump in. So the process for making our shirts always starts off with the prep and the cut. So we always prep the vinyl, get it down to measurement, put it shiny side down on the Cricut cutting mat, and then we load it into the Cricut machine, and then it cuts the design out for us. I have to say, one of my favorite updates that has come from Cricut is that if you select that it's going to be an iron-on t-shirt, it will automatically mirror the image, so that way it actually goes on correctly. I always would have to remember to do that myself, and now I don't have to do that, so thank you, Cricut. But with this only being the one color across the board for this design, it was a very quick cut. Nothing super complex with this one. So then we get to move on to weeding the vinyl, and I've said this before, it is 9 times out of 10 the most relaxing part of the process, and for me, I'm continuing to learn, I'm continuing to improve, and it was even easier this time because I have learned from past mistakes, and I decided to take out the middle part of all of the lettering first before all the extra on the outside. That way I'm not losing that stick, I'm not losing that material that will actually adhere to the shirt. And then from there, we prep the shirt. I take a little bit of chalk and I put it right down the middle, a couple inches down from the bottom part of the collar. That way it's as close to the middle of the shirt as we could possibly get it. And then we move on to the heat and press step. We warm up the shirt so that way we kind of increase that likelihood of being able to actually adhere the vinyl to the shirt. I press it for 30 seconds and thank the maker, the plastic was able to come off, vinyl stayed on the shirt. If you remember my last video about making a shirt, it did not work with my splashing down, was it splashing down the bayou? Or no, it was Blue Skies and Sunshine Guaranteed. That was not a shirt that worked when I tried to do it for YouTube, but this one went off without a hitch. But then to really make sure that the vinyl is part of the individual threads of the shirt, I like to put a secondary just kind of throwaway shirt on top of that, press that for another 30 seconds. Again, this just kind of gets all of the vinyl into the individual threads of the shirt. But again, it worked. After the debacle of our Blue Skies and Sunshine Guaranteed shirt video that I posted some weeks ago, I needed a W, so I'm glad that Jock's Hangar Bar shirt was able to get that for me. But I'm very happy with how this design turned out. I'm very happy with how the shirt itself individually turned out for this pressing. And this shirt individually is actually not going to be for me. This is going to be a shirt that we're going to add to our ready to ship drop later this week. So this is a XXL black Jock's Hangar Bar shirt. It is going to be part of this week's ready to ship drop. So on that topic, make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. That way you don't miss out on all of the new products that my mom, the Mandy half, and Mickey and Mandy, as well as myself, are going to be adding. But also make sure you like and subscribe over here on our YouTube channel. It is support like this that allows us to continue doing not just these behind the small shop videos, but also continuing to do further Disney park inspired videos that we like to do. But also make sure you check out our family small shop. Again, this Jock's Hangar Bar shirt, this is currently available on the Mickey and Mandy website, as well as dozens of other subtle, if you know, Disney inspired shirts. But as always, everybody, we thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with us. We hope you like this new shirt design, and we will see you real soon.